everybody, so you'll never guess what I'm filming again. Yes, this is part 3 to reacting to my Tinder messages, because I get a lot, and I mean a lot, I'm not calling myself big-headed, but I get a lot of weird and cringy Tinder messages off boys. I just think it's funny to share them with you because I laugh at them, so why not laugh at them together? So yes, let's just get straight on into this video. I'm gonna out them as well because I'm not going to give them last names because first names are only on Tinder, so I'm just gonna out them, might as well. So yeah, first one's off a guy called Eddie. He messaged me first by saying, "What's your favourite song?" If you don't know me, you don't know the reply, but if you do know me, you do know the reply, because you know it's Gal, You're a Party Animal by Charlie Blacks. That's what I told him, and then he put "never heard of it," a laughing emoji. Didn't message him back, did I? Jack, who said, "World of you." I was like, thanks babes. But that convo didn't really go anywhere. The next one's off a guy called Lucas, who said, "Well, you are about an 8 out of 10 on a bad day." I was like, oh, thank you. That meant a lot because I see myself probably as like on a bad day, like maybe like a 4 out of 10. So to say him to say it's an 8 out of 10, I was like, you're doubling my figures. This is gonna be good. This is gonna work out. So I was like, oh, thank you, haha. And he put, "No problem, chick. Did you see the errors in the charts this week?" Which I was like, what is he on about, errors? Was waiting for his chat line. Are you ready for this chat line? Chloe wasn't named as the hottest single of the week. Whoa. Like, I think we need to get married now, babes, because that was top pulling, was that. I've actually had that more than once, which you'll probably see later on in the video. I've had that chat line quite a few times now, so it's getting a little bit old. But that was the first time I'd heard it, so I just put "ha, bless," because I thought it was quite cute. But now I've heard it quite a few times, so I'm just a bit like, I'm a bit bored of it. The station carried on, and he said, "Don't worry, I'm in full confidence that we can get you back to #1 by next week." And I put, "Yes, we defo can." He was proper playing on this marketing thing, because he's actually like a marketing student, so he were like telling me how I can like... Basically, his pulling technique was to try and make me sound like I was like famous, kind of. It's a bit weird. We'll go into it now. And then he put, "I mean, it's lucky my expertise lies within marketing, isn't it?" And I put, "Yes, that's very true." I was being so like blunt with my answers, and I don't even think he caught on. And then he put, "My professional opinion on how to improve your chart positioning would be through multiple PR stunts." And I put, "Well, what does that involve?" And he put, "I feel like we need to target people who are going to raise your profile within your industry. So I think we could start off with a small affair with Justin Timberlake, and then me leaking it to a local magazine." I was like, bloody hell. Like, he's going into like my uni course here, like, stand back. Stand back. He were getting into that chat up line, like, in it. But yeah, we've spoken on and off for a few years, actually, me and this Lucas guy. Like, we've occasionally, like, I think we went to college together, so we've kind of like bumped into each other a few times, which... But yeah, that was what came of that. Right, anyway, let's keep things moving. Here's my agent's number, who will put you in touch with JT and many other high-profile celebs. Insert his number. And I just put "smooth you," and then he put, "Only on a Tuesday, Chloe, only on a Tuesday." Going up on a Tuesday. What can I say? And then I put, "Why is that?" He put, 1, there's a list here. We're ready for the list. 1, because it's not Monday. 2, it's one day closer to the weekend. 3, it's 2 for 2. It's 2 for Tuesdays at Domino's. 4, cheaper tickets at the Odeon Cinema. And then 5, 2 for 1 cocktails at Revs. Hope this explains things. And I put, well, that just sounds like a perfect date then, doesn't it? Is if off a guy called Zimzam.
Ollie? Are you actually?
Yeah. Yeah. We are.
Ollie. Ollie.
Ollie.
Ollie Thomas.
Ollie. Ollie. And that's all we're going to say. And his pulling technique apparently is top notch, but I ain't so sure, boy, I ain't so sure. His chat line was, "I'm not a weatherman, but you can defo explain more than a few. You can defo expect more than a few inches tonight. Those are so cheesy, so defo getting rated a 2 out of 10. I'm giving you not even a 2 out of 10 for that. That's probably like a 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. I've heard that so many times. Like, Zimzam, you need to up your game, because if that's what you're using, I'm not surprised that you're single. That's so horrible. Can't be helped, can it? You just need to get better at your pulling game, boy. Get better at that pulling game. And then he put, "If I flip a coin, what are the chances what are my chances of getting head?" This guy Zimzam knows I've got a YouTube channel, and I know he's watching, so I know he's gonna love this little shout out. But then I put to him, why my video is going to be a good one, haha, shout out to you in it. And he put, haha, oh no, I'll let you put me in it if you let me flip a coin for head. And then he sent me a video of him flipping a coin, and I think he was lying on it because it came up heads first time, and I was like, well, you've just timed that perfectly, but that ain't going to happen. So, yes. Andrew, it says, well, I'm going to have to make a complaint to Spotify now because you didn't show up on the hottest singles of the weeks. And I put a gif of Chandler doing this because you know my friend's references. And then I put that were a good chat line, wasn't it? And he put, yeah, well, I've just come off the phone to them and made a shake up on their part, but I've resolved it, don't worry. Alright, mate. He put, got your back, oh good. Oh god, another problem here. Normally in the artist section they give you a little info about them, contact details, that sort of thing. I don't see anything here. Spotify having a bad day. I put, oh no way, that's not good, is it? And then he put, terrible. Is there any info you can give to help fans get to know you a little more? And then I put, of course, what do they want to know? And if a fan personally, there's a lot to choose from, to be honest. Save the specifics for the meetup. And I put, well, that sounds like a brilliant plan. I know what you want, boy. I know. It put, sadly though, I'm low budget, so I actually use my own flat as an interview room. I don't think I'm coming to your house. But I know how much you're a top artist, so I promise it's still very professional with food and drinks and satisfactory lighting. Boy, bye. No. And then I put interesting, and he commented on how blunt I was, because he put, you're very by the point and hard to read. And I was like, I know, babes, that's what I am. Well, I didn't put that, I just put, I know, can't help it, it's just how I am. And then he put, did you just, and then he put, what music do you like? I put, what you mean, a lot of different, that makes no sense on my half. And then he put, did you just answer both my responses in one go? Love a practical girl, love heart eyes. I was like, of course, I am what's the word? Oh my god, I've just gone blank on that word. I am good at multitasking, that's it. Wow, why did that take me so long to think of? And then we've just been chatting to that one. Didn't really go anywhere. The next one's off a guy called Nick, who started the conversation by saying, oh well, I've done well here, haven't I? Haha. And then winky emoji and the laughing crying emoji. And I put, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh. And then he put, I've matched with your incredibly attractive self. I put, oh, because that really meant a lot. The next one's off a guy called Alex, who said, are you from Prague? Because I can't help but check you out. I can feel my face just going red now with embarrassment. Like, that. What is that pulling line? I just put, nice, haha. And then he put, how's things? And I never replied because that was just bad. Next one's off a guy called Matty, who said, well, I bet I look desperate with the super like. He super liked me. I put, oh no you don't. And then he put, I just had to because you're actually stunning. I was like, oh thanks. And then he put, also the fact you're from Yorkshire helped. And I thought, Yorkshire lad, through and through. Love a bit of Yorkshire, don't we? I love a bit of a northern lad. The next is off a guy called Charlie, who sent me a gif of a guy called going, damn girl. And then I sent again the gif of Chandler going on the table, and he put, that is amazing, how are you? So obviously is a Friends fan. The next one's off a guy called Joshua, who said, had me sold up music and dancing. It says in my bio on Tinder, if you don't already know, if you haven't watched my previous videos, which you should go check out, link down below. It says that I'm a fan of music and I like to dance, so that's what he was going on. And then I put, and why is that? He put, it means you're fun, providing the music you dance to is decent. I put, oh it is, trust me. Get lit with me, part 3 coming soon. He put, give me a taster. I put, you can't really see that, but if you go check out my Insta, which you did, go follow me on Instagram, and you see all them videos and you quite liked them, so yeah. The next is off a guy called Dom, who just said, fancy you a lot. Thanks, Dom. Thanks. Next off a guy called Danny that says, see you all the time on Instagram. I went to high school with this guy who was in a couple of years above me. And then I said, well, I noticed because you like all my pictures. He was like, well, you're not bad now, you're pretty fit to be fair. And then I put, why thank you. And then we were talking about high school and I was like, so how long ago was it that you left? And he was like, I think it was 6 years ago for me. And I put, oh my god, it's only been 4 for me. And he went, don't you making me feel old? And I said, it's because you are old. Off a guy called James, and he says, so Chloe, you say you like music and films, well I study both, so you're winning already. I put, exactly. And then he put, you out this weekend? I was like, Monday. He was like, you off quids? And I was like, of course, always. I'm always at quids. Like, if you don't know me, you don't know. But quids is my favourite to the end of the earth, because quids is my favourite place to be on a Monday. Always there. If you ever want to know where I am on a Monday, I'm at quids. Don't even bother asking. And then the next one's off a guy called Matthew, who said, Jesus, what a body. I put, why, thank you. He put, big fan of those mini pics, and then the driplet emojis. I was like, why thank you. I just put why thank you again, and he put good in bed then. I mean, don't know till you've tried it, do you? Don't know till you've tried it. And then the next one's off a guy called Charles, who says, so when's the date, Chloe? I put, well, you're smooth, aren't you? And he put, did I get a response? I put true, and then he put, so when's the date, Chloe? Next day. So when's the date, Chloe? A week later. So when's the date, Chloe? Do you not get that I'm not replying because I don't want to go on a date with you? Is it not that easy to understand? Mustn't be. Next one's off a guy called Brad, who said, hi, damn, you're stunning. What makes you tick, Chloe? I put, what do you mean? People need to explain themselves to me, please. And then he put, kind of like what gets you going, a nice walk or like a big juicy kebab. I put both, to be fair. He put, well, they were examples, but good to know nonetheless. Good. Next one's off a guy called Mike, who said, would you rather a simple hey or a go on my cheesy chat line? I said, I'll pick the chat line, please, just because I needed it for this video, boy, you know. He put, I may not go down in history, but I would definitely go down on you. What a classic. What a classic pickup line. Next one's off a guy who I used to live on campus with at uni. And the first thing he said to me was, up the Don house, which is where I used to live. So I was like, hey up, proper Miss Don. And he put in it, my house. Like, he said what my house is called, but I'm not obviously going to tell you. He put, we're Tim Pot AF though. And I put, I don't think so, lad. And then we were just talking about uni memes for a while, but yeah, that's funny. Next one's off a guy called Luke, who said, not even lying, you are just my type. I put, really, why? I put, just brown hair and nice eyes are my type. I put, quite a lot of girls have got that, haven't they? But thank you for the compliment anyway. The next one's off a guy called Danny, who put, Miss Firth. And I put, I've been expecting you, because, you know, I'm funny, and it just reminded me of James Bond, and he didn't get it. He just put what you're on about, and I just thought, I'm just going to leave it, because there's no point explaining James Bond to him. If you don't know, then you don't know. It was off a guy called Harry, who said, are you a Middle Eastern dictator because there's a political uprising in my pants? What's all these politics, boys? Like, stop. We don't need no politics brought into things. Don't start. The next one's off a guy called Will, who said, let's play Barbie, I'll be Ken, you be the box that I come in. I think that's the best pickup line I've ever heard. Like, that just made me laugh so much. So much, in fact, that I don't think I even replied to him. Sorry, Will. Next one is off a guy called Tom, who said, Chloe, how about we role play the story? We'll tell our friends to pretend we didn't meet on Tinder. I'm imagining a bar, like, club vibe, but feel free to disagree. And I put, alright then, where do we take from there? He said, I'll put out my hand to you and say, here, take this. We'll spin onto the dance floor and the rest is history. Felt like we're in a bloody film. Next one's off a guy called Tyler, who said, want to be the gherkin in my burger so I can take you out? I just put, I love gherkin, so it would be staying in my burger 100%. He was like, I don't think you get my chat line. I was like, no, I don't think you understand me. I like gherkin in my McDonald's burgers. I'm the one that always takes everyone else's when they don't want them. This one is off a guy called Danny, who said, where you from? So I told him where I'm from, and then he put, are you sure? I thought I saw you in my future. Just don't. What? Like, honestly. But yes, that was the last one for today. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see any more, just let me know down below, because I'm always up for filming these, because they just make me laugh so much. Because my life is tragic, my love life is tragic, and I just find it funny. But yes, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.